Hi guys, it's Chantale from Lepage Cafe. I am here to finally do this lovely ephemera folder. I'm sorry I left you guys hanging a little bit there, and I promised that I would make some ephemera with you on camera. So I decided to make these little folders using up two Christmas greeting cards. So I've got this little guy and this little guy. So if you want to craft along with me and create something fun that you can have with you when you're doing your December daily, or even a great little gift for a friend that is a paper lover. Yeah, so many things you could do with this. Okay, so I will, also link the video of the complete flip through of this, but we will be going through it. We'll be creating it, So I'm not going to go through it all over again. We'll just get started. So grab you two cards, grab some cardstock, and let's get started. Okay, so first thing you want is two greeting cards, okay? Or I'm saying greeting cards, Christmas cards, whatever you want, right? Just as long as they are the same size. I have attempted this lovely video a couple times, so I am out of this. Now there are still some available in my Instagram shop. I will link that below as well if you want one of these. Most of them have the stitching. Now because I had issues with my previous video, I've decided, so this one doesn't have any stitching, okay? I have decided to show you how to create this without a, excuse me. Oh my goodness, I need to drink some water. Sorry guys. Without any sewing machine, okay? No stitching. I mean, you could do it by hand, but we'll just use glue. So first things first, I mean, you could decide if you want this one in the front or this one. It really doesn't matter because they're going to be opening this way and that way, right? We're going to be utilizing both sides. So I usually put the two backs together like so. I'm going to maybe do it the opposite way as I did the other one. So this one I will trim it. I'll trim it down here just like half an inch, not even, probably a quarter inch would probably be fine too, but I'm gonna go half an inch. Now the reason I am doing this is I noticed with my first folders that it was a little bit difficult to get the little envelopes out. The little envelopes I filled with stamps and circles, these. So when I started creating this one on camera, I decided to cut it a little shorter so that it would be easier to grab onto these envelopes. So that's what we're gonna do. That's why I'm trimming this down. Now the next part is to get your two holes. Now, or notches or whatever you want to call them. I just go approximately. I'm not too concerned about perfect. You want to have it kind of like this. Let's say you wanted to make it a little different. You could easily put a hole up here and make a pocket this way, right? There's that option as well. So anyways, we're gonna stick with this one because otherwise there's many different things you could do. So now we're gonna make sure we're gluing it the right way. We want this one to be right against the one that is behind. Okay, so like about like that. Am I still in camera? Okay, so you want to glue it around and then in the middle to create two pockets. Oh, we'll ink a little bit the edges of that one. Now because this card is a different color, like it's a lighter yellow in the back, you don't necessarily need to ink it. The reason I thought of inking it is because it was kind of hard to see them. They just pop. It helps it pop up, pop out. Now you don't have to ink all the edges, but I'm just going to, so it's a My foam is pretty rough shape, but I don't have I've ordered them, but they're not here yet. So anyways, so sorry about the little crummies that are falling. Okay, so now I use Fabri-Tac because I want them to hold. You don't have to, I don't think, but, or you can use, this is when you would use your sewing machine and sew where I put the glue, right? All the way around, just a nice amount, enough that it'll hold, right? And then in the middle. The nice thing about these greeting cards, a lot of the, like the American greeting or any of the information of the company that creates these, the card has a little, see this one too in the middle, so you know where the middle is of your card that way. Just a little tip. So then you line them up just like that. Okay, but see how it'll pop out so you can see a little better. So now I just, oops, sorry guys. I just use my bone folder, which is not really a bone folder. It is a plastic knife because I don't have a scoreboard, but I'm going to show you a little trick of what I do if I need a scoring. So now I'm going, so this is what we just did, right? We're going to flip it over and we're going to work on the triangle pocket or secretary pocket. Is that what it's called? This pocket right here. And then we'll work on this pocket. The reason I'm doing all the pockets and not filling them up right away is I want them to stick properly before I start putting stuff in it. Now the secretary pocket, I cut off of scraps and just whatever I could find. Now I did cut it a little bit bigger, see, from the corner, because I want to score it about an inch this way and that way so that it sticks out, so you got more room in there. I had just glued it down at first, but I found that you lost quite a bit of room there in your pockets. So I figured if I do it this way, then you have a little bit more room in that pocket. So this is how I score. This is my cutting tool. I use a plastic knife, and then I just put it in the crease where you would cut instead. So you can start from the bottom or the top and just follow it. And then it gives you your crease. One day I'll have a scoring board, but I don't have one right now. So this works just fine for now. And then I find the groove and then push down. So you have your grooves that way. And now I bend them in and I fold them. I crease them a little bit more with that knife, bone folder, whatever you've got, right? Oh, I didn't really push hard enough there, I don't think. Let's do that again because it's not finding it. And I don't want it to be too crooked, so I'm just gonna push a tad bit harder. I didn't push quite hard enough. Okay, so that's better. So fold it, crease it, then it'll just give you a more flat pocket. Now, the next part that you want to do to get this to, so it sits flat in the corner so you don't have this lovely disaster, you need a pair of scissors. And you're going to cut it in kind of an angle, like so, and a little bit to the inside. And then you miter the other side. See, kind of like that. And then do the corners here, like that, and the other side, just like that, okay? And then, now we're going to glue it. I like to glue the taller one inside, so this guy will pop up and I'm not gonna get caught in it with my papers as much. If you glue it this way, if you want to use the whole pocket, you're going to get caught right here before you get it all the way in, right? If you have bigger pieces. So I go the opposite way. I think that's the way you're supposed to do it, but it's not going to be like a huge thing. Now I I try to use up all the scraps. Like anytime I see little scraps or whatever, I try to use it. So these folders, you'll see what I mean, because I'm pretty sure I mentioned in my series that I was going to show you how to use up those little scraps we cut off of our pages when we were making the journal. I'm going to show you how I use them here. I don't throw a lot of stuff, even the itty bitty scraps. Like, what I mean with that is, let's see if I can find some of them. Oops, I grabbed just the white ones. I have a container here full of little scraps. Like, this is a bigger scrap, but it's not the ones I'm trying to think of or find. They probably fell all the way in. Like these little scraps. I'll show you how to use them, okay? So now we've got our pocket. So I use my bone folder plastic knife for me to just, I do it another time, just so they adhere a little bit better. And then I check to make sure they're not like this part of my, this part of the pocket is not getting stuck to the card as well. Okay, so now we want to do the bottom part. Now, when I was making the journals, I got these doilies. They're little paper doilies. This is one of them, and they were like this. There's like a little space here to tuck them in. And then when I saw this paper, I thought, how cool would that be to use up that snowflake and make a pocket with them? So that's what I did. This is what this pocket is in the back. Or whatever scrap you want to use. It doesn't matter. That's how I decided to use that scrap. I thought I still had some here, but let's cut it up. So you want to just, you could do the same thing here with this one if you wanted to, like make it have a little extra paper to make it a little bit bigger. But I'm just making it flat, so it's completely up to you. You would do the same thing as you did here, right? So, because it's already slit here, I'm going to cut that down just to get it out. Now, do not throw this part out. I just line it up with the slit that's already there, where the doily was sitting. This part, I don't throw it out, because I'll show you how to use it in a little bit. Now, same thing with the top here. That's another thing. Oh, maybe we could do a pocket with this green line. Let's do that. Oh, the ideas that come through my head. So now, what do? I'm going to trim this. I don't want that little piece of number, right? I don't keep every little thing, but I try to use up as much as I can so that I hate wasting. There's enough waste in this world. If we can make something pretty with it, let's try to do that. Okay, so I want this stripe in my pocket, right? So I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to see where I want it and just kind of make a little line if you want. Or did you see how I folded it? Just like where I wanted it. So I kind of know that's where I want to. I'll make a mark too. And then I'm going to see how high I've been putting these. About there. Okay. So now I'm going to cut a square with my cutter. Okay, let's see if I could still find my little mark. Could I make it a little lighter? Sorry guys, I just had to bring it to my face so I could actually see it without putting my head in there. Okay, so there's my little line, cut across. Now I could probably make 2 pockets out of this, so that is what I'm going to do, which is kind of cool. A little bit more to the side, approximately there. Okay, so put that to the side for now. So now I could decide if I want the green on this side or on this side. How cute is that? I really like that. And I will need a small piece here for my my smaller pocket. Okay, so I'm gonna move this out of the way so I can kind of see what I've got over here for little bits. Ooh, I think I like that. Isn't that cute? Okay. Excuse me. I get excited. Oh, there's this one too. I had some cut up, but of course I don't know where they are. These are bigger ones, I think. Or are they? Oh no, that's the right size right here, I think. Let's measure. Yep, a little bit shorter, but oh, this one's cute too. But I think I want that plaid. This plaid. So what I do is I see how big it is. It's okay if it's a little higher. They don't need to be exactly perfect, but close, you know. So I'll cut that down like that. Put my little scrap. So this is what I've decided to choose. Put this guy on that one for the next one. And I want a little groove at the top here. So I'm going to use my punch and eye it kind of in the middle here. Kind of like that. Oh, I just lost it. And then just like that. Now I've got the little notch. So every time, let's say you don't want to put the notch or you don't have a punch, that's okay. Just as long as you know where you want your pocket to sit, so that you don't put like glue on this side and you're like, oh, I wanted it the other way, you know? So I hold it in my fingers like this, and then I put the glue around. Still using Fabri-Tac. I'm using Fabri-Tac for all of the pockets just so that it's it'll hold better, right? Usually paper to paper is pretty good with, what's it called? That other white. I like Fabri-Tac because it will not buckle your paper either. So just like that. Another thing you could do, you could make this into a double pocket, or you know, you could do a lot of things. It's completely up to you. That's kind of how I made it. Now this one, I want to put it right here. So I'm going to ink that a little bit. And same thing. You could put an indentation like with your punch again, or I'm just going to leave it straight. Now I just noticed that this side is not really straight. I'm going to go this way. See how it's crooked? That's why I don't use my scissors. I just use my cutter. And it's not a big deal. I'm just going to trim it so it's actually straight without taking too much off. Okay, I'm going to ink that back again. So hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm sorry this took a little longer than it was supposed to. I've been meaning to do this, and you know, sometimes life sends you or throws you a curveball and you're just like, you know, and then you get focused, you start working on other stuff, and then you forget. And my beautiful sister-in-law was like, oh, you know, I really liked your tutorials, but you really left this hanging. And I'm like, what? Really? I can't remember what it was about, how I finished. I thought it was all right. Oh my goodness. Always go back and look. And I forgot that my camera had just ran out of space. And the rest, the end kind of our Create With Me was just abruptly finished. So I'm sorry about that, you guys. Okay, so this is what these pockets are going to look like. Now I want a little wooden piece, like kind of like any of them really. I've got a couple of different kinds, and then I'm going to make that little collage over here. These cute little labels are from my lovely friend Tracy Fox. She makes the best. Oh, Oh, look at this one. How cute is this? Oh, I love it. Okay, so you don't have to ink around. I just find that, I don't know, gives it something, a little something, something. Just makes it come out of it. More depth, I guess. So I will put that one right there. And I will just use Fabri-Tac to glue it down because I don't want it to come off. So, yeah, Tracy Fox makes incredible digitals, and I love her labels. I have them ready to go all the time. I always have some. I have a little box now because I said that. I won't be able to find them. So now I'm just going to use a little scrap of this paper that I've got over here. I have no clue what it means. It's a different language and I can't read it. So hopefully whoever gets these, hopefully it doesn't say something. I think it's German. Hopefully it doesn't say anything really bad. That wouldn't be good. That's the only downfall about using, and it's an old paper, so it's very fragile. So I'm not going to ink this one. I'm just going, I don't think it needs it. I'm going to put it down like that. And this one I'm just going to use what's this glue called now? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I can't remember. Glitter glue? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry guys. Anyways, on the label is, oops, sorry. Not on there anymore. Is it still working? Yes. I've had so many issues with video or recording this. It's been very frustrating. And now, because it's actually working and I don't know where my labels are. My little box of labels. No. I had them. I have so much stuff on my desk, you guys. Oh, there's the little jingle bells. Anyway, so we're just going to keep going. So what I'm going to, this guy is dry by now. So what I'm putting in these folders, I've got a little list over here so I don't forget anything. When I create these folders, I made a total of, oh my goodness, like 10 or 12 or something. So what I try to do is I'll make like all this envelope. When I do a lot of one thing, right? So in the big pocket, what I've decided to do, like I do one part, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I do like, see, I'll do all these little tags, for example. I'll make a bunch of them and then I'll just decorate all that one thing. So I want one of these in there, a large tag. But see how it sits all the way in? If I glued it all the way down like this, it would be sitting up here instead. And we wouldn't have as much space. See how much more space we've got? Okay, so that's why I did that. Where is it? And then I decided to give one like this that you can write on. So 2 of the large tags, and then what else do I have in there? 2 of these kind of lined little pieces of paper. So I got 2 of those. I don't know why 2. I just decided 2 of each. And then I've got this little pad that I got in a little subscription box. I just thought they were cute. They're green, so that would be a good idea. You could also trim these down and actually use the tags if you wanted to. So that goes there. And then after that, we have all of these bundles, which I forgot to show in the flip through, also come with 2 napkins. I forgot to say that. So you will, for decoupage, so you will have a napkin, these little mittens, and this tree. So that is going to be in all those bundles as well. And every time you purchase something until the end of November, I will be giving away, I will be giving a little set of 5 of the origami stars with your, they will be a free gift for everybody that purchases in November as a thank you. So just so you know. Okay. Now, what else do I put in there? Oh, the thread, but we'll do the bundle in a little bit. And in the here we put one of these, and then I put a little one of these little guys, a little piece of fuzzy yarn in the hole here. You can ink them, but you don't have to either. So we'll just keep it simple. This one. And yes, I see that there's 2 lengths on my thread. my yarn. I can't talk. You could also use baker's twine if you wanted to, and then I'll just trim that other piece. And like that. So there you get one of those. Was it still wet? Okay, so this one in there. A piece of scrap in the back, which of course I can't see, but there will be one of those. The long skinny tags. Now, remember the pieces that I said don't throw them out? I've decided to pair them together with an eyelet. And you got yourself a little tag. And I didn't do anything to the backs because I wanted, if you wanted to write on them, you had the space on the back, right? So I think that turned out pretty cool, pretty fun. So let's put this one in there. And then I put a little piece of green yarn at the top, just cause. Just like that. Now, the reason why I did it the other way with the white is that I didn't want to cut, like, see how long that is? It's almost too long, but that's okay. We are going to put that right here. And then we've got a medium size little journaling card. So in there. And then in here is what I do with, well, what I do with some of the little scraps. I make tickets. So you could, like the inside of the cards, you could use them to make a ticket, and then you have this nice little saying. So you could use that and use them in your cards or even attach them to a gift. But I just use, I'll show you how I make these tickets just so you can see, and then you can try to make them as well. So here's one of the tickets. So I would use, see there's another one with the inside of a card that I've reused. Remember this part? You could cut this down. Let's do that. We'll just cut. We'll just get rid of the 6 piece in the middle. Right here. I'll show you how to make that into a couple tickets. And then I just use a variety of scraps for in here. Another thing, oh, maybe we can make a little skinny ticket with this one. Let's see if we can get it in there. Because try to keep it as straight as possible and not put my head in. See, there's a little piece. And then you use a hole punch. I've done a video last year about how to make tickets. So if you want to look down and see how to do that, you can as well, but I'll do it real quick. So you just use a hole punch and you punch the corners. This one is an itty bitty ticket. I'll do the big ones too, just so you see. Then I put 2 on one side. You could put less, you can put more. You can put as many little notches as you want. But these hole punch are awesome for that. So there's one, oops, sorry guys. There's one little ticket. And then you can put it in that pocket. I'm also putting little seals, like you know, those little stickers you get for some cards. So I'm putting 4 of these gold ones. So there's 2 there, and then 3 silver. Oh, that's gold. There's the silver ones. So what I'm doing is I'm putting 4 in each bundle, like that, so that you guys can use them in your projects. Just so you guys know, they are a little older seals because I used to have them with my cards a while ago. So this one's almost too much of the same color, eh? So I'm going to put it in my pile of little tickets. That's not my pile of little tickets to use with a different card. With a different bundle, so it's not the same color, right? Because all these little pockets are different colors. Where are my tickets now? Anyways, I'm just gonna put that there for now because oh, under here, silly. So here's another one that I trimmed off that could work as a ticket as well. Here's another one that I trimmed off that you could make a ticket with. So you just keep going, corner, 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 4 corners. Just like this, and then you got yourself some little tickets. These little tickets are fun to put in your journals or even on a gift. I've decided to put a notch at the bottom and the top of these 2. Ink the edges if you want. You don't have to. I just find because it's red, it's gonna get lost amongst this red as well. So I've got different size ones. So I got this guy, for example. So I'm giving, with all my bundles, I am giving a total of 5 tickets. So these are all little scraps that I have made into tickets. How fun are those, right? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. So what I do is I just make a bunch of them, and then I just place them whichever way I want, right? Oh, we need a label here. I can find my labels. Well, we'll just keep going because you can just put a little label there, whichever label you want. I'm trying to see if there might be one with my stamps. You could also use a stamp if you wanted to. I don't have a label or whatever. Look at this guy. Look how cute this bear is. You know what? I will commit and stick her on. You could put, but with my other ones, I did put a label. So you don't necessarily have to. Like, you could put a stamp like right now I'm doing. You could put whatever, really. I just really like this bear. Isn't he cute? Okay. So now let's go on the other side of this side, right? Let's do this side. So now here in my file folder little bundle, what I did on this side, oops, that's the wrong side, is I used an old envelope from the cards and cut them in half and then stuck the side, and so you've got 2 pockets here. So let's do that. For time purposes, I've decided to make a couple extra ones, but I did not glue the sides so I could kind of show you guys what it looked like. So these are kind of before. See how it's an envelope, right? From like all the Christmas cards that I did not send yet. Oh, I also give one of these labels, which I forgot to put in there. These are not. These are actual like sticky ones. They're not like vintage or nothing like that. I just thought they were cute and that they could be fun for your Christmas stuff. So I'll put that guy in there as well. And then I would put a scrap of piece of paper, like scrapbooking paper, back there. On this one, this pocket, I'm going to be putting 2 of these little list kind of papers that I will cut down so it fits in that pocket. So let's do, see, I've already trimmed it down so I don't have to trim it. See, so what I'm going to do is glue this little side, art glitter glue, that's what it's called. So I glue that, and then in the back I will glue all the way around, just like that. Oh goodness, I caught the edge of that. And there might have to be a part 2 because my kids are just getting home and it's going to get way too loud, and homework is what is important. When it comes home, Mom usually leaves her office. So we will finish decorating this side in part 2. So hope you enjoyed it so far. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment below. And thank you so much for being here, and you guys have a great day. Bye for now.